All right, welcome everyone with Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
BoJack Horseman, Season 4, Episode 4.
BoJack's daughter.
Yeah.
Is in
They've
the building.
met, and they know that... Yeah, that is interesting. That is very interesting.
It's time.
Oh, boy.
BoJack, this is your moment. If there's anything that would instill in you a sense of responsibility
and urgency,
purpose and urgency associated with those things, this would be it.
This would be it, hopefully. But, you know, we'll see.
We'll see. That's the exciting thing about this show.
Yep.
We have a lot of hopes, but we have also a lot of just general expectations that sometimes conflict with those hopes.
It's hard to teach an old horse new tricks.
But you know what? I've seen some pretty cool old horses.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Just tell me the name of the woman you had sex with in December 1999. That's all the relationship we need to have.
Well, that was quite a time for our nation, sex-wise. Oh, 19. I banged a lot of women. One-night stands,
A lot of horses?
two-night stands, nooners, spooners, hot air ballooners.
Help me find my mom, and I'll leave you alone forever.
Deal. But can we go in the morning? It's getting pretty late, and I become a real asshole if I don't get a solid 7 hours of bed drinking a night.
I should get going. My hostel is all the way downtown in
Oh,
a pretty
yeah.
bad area. Hope there are no murders out.
Yes, everyone hopes that all the time.
Okay, just do me a favor.
Ugh, what now?
If I do get murdered, will you call my 8 dads and tell them I love them?
I gotta call all 8? I can't work out a phone tree? If you're gonna be a baby, just stay here for the night.
All right!
Take the
Yeah.
couch and be quiet.
Thank you, BoJack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, bro, you
Yeah.
you do not want to be wandering LA late at night. Especially like certain areas of LA. Holy shit.
I can't.
Oh, you're in my.
Wait, I'm not really.
What if we try?
Oh, wait, I'm almost. No.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, it's just difficult with all the.
Who gave Todd the air horn?
Right.
The campaign.
Exactly. And you know, I'm so happy for you. But do you have to be the pro-fracking candidate?
Diane,
Ugh.
this is the campaign. Nothing anyone says during a campaign matters. It's just promising a bunch of stuff to get people to vote for you. Then, when you get in office, you can do whatever you want.
Democracy in action.
Yeah.
The only fracking that's going to be happening is in this bedroom.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Drill you deep and fill you with a mysterious substance that scientists still don't quite understand the ramifications of.
This isn't sexy for me.
Someone say busy day.
Ah!
What's going on down here?
I was trying to make you breakfast to thank you for letting me stay here. I put a Pop-Tart in the microwave.
Did you take the foil off?
No?
It's all right. It's not your fault. Making food is impossible. Let's just get out of here and take you to your mom's house.
Should we do something about the fire?
Just leave it. It'll
What?
tire itself out eventually.
No! Is
Good news, the results are in.
Oh.
Bad news, the results are bad. Like an omelet bar at a mongoose convention, you are running dangerously low on eggs.
How many do I have left?
Well, let's just say it's more than Harry Potter movies, but fewer than James Bond movies. Have you considered impregnating a younger woman?
No, I want to do it with this woman.
Well, you could try throwing money at the problem. You're going to want prenatal vitamins, cervical mucus boosters, a You Can Do It poster, and an iOvulate. This state-of-the-art bracelet tracks your cycle and also gives you up-to-date info on your ovulation. Plus, it's voiced by Harvey Firestein.
Hello, I'm Harvey Firestein. Let's put a baby in you.
Ooh.
No, that's so. Oh, that hurts me so much, right? Oh!
Marcy, hey.
I knew it. I knew you'd come back.
Right. Here's a
Oh,
very specific
God.
question.
God,
After
it's
we had
Miss
sex,
Frizzle.
did you by any
Like-
chance get pregnant and put a baby up for adoption?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Can I hug you? Oh, I'm hugging my
She has the
mother.
same hair color.
Oh, BoJack, I'm sorry. I really wanted to tell you, but when I called the number that you gave me, it was for a sandwich shop in Temecula.
What? That's so weird.
Oh, BoJack, you.
What about our readers who aren't having sex with their husbands? Isn't this just gonna make them feel bad? I mean, not everyone gets to have great sex all the time, right?
Oh.
Ladies?
Oh.
Diane, can I talk to you in your office for a minute?
I don't have an office. You said offices have corners, and corners are the patriarchy. I can't go against my husband.
What the frack? Why not? You gotta do you, girl. I always say, you gotta do you. And if he's doing him, then Then who's doing you?
Who's doing you?
It seems like no one's doing you.
Wow.
Oh my god.
She made so much
Holy
sense there.
shit.
God damn.
So I made a list of every girl he was with, and I found their home addresses.
Oh,
And drew X's over their eyes.
I'm loving this conversation, but I have to go to the bathroom now for non-me being weirded out by this conversation-related reasons.
The addresses could actually be helpful.
That woman is not my mother. She's lying to us.
Marcy, no way.
Look, this is from the premiere of Autumn in New York. That movie came out in August of 2000. I was born in September. Does this woman look 8 months pregnant to you?
Damn.
Richard Gere had just done Runaway Bride, and Winona Ryder was Hot Off Girl Interrupted.
Whoa!
The studio got cocky.
She is your daughter.
Yeah.
I looked it up on the internet because I saw this picture and got confused why Marcy would wear a summer dress to a movie called Autumn in New York.
She's psycho.
The scrapbook. She has that list of all the other women you slept
Right.
with.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
Get the book. We can find my mom.
Give me a few minutes. I'll distract her. Then you sneak in and grab the book. What was the horse's boss's name?
What are you doing?
Oh my god! You're not supposed to see this. Look away.
It's okay, Hollyhock. This is what Mommy and Daddy do.
You said give you a few minutes.
Well, I didn't think it would take this long. I usually finish faster.
You're disgusting.
Oh, that's what I needed.
Oh my god.
Please have a grasshopper.
Yeah. So the studio finished Mars Attack.
He's happy.
And since no one ever found a body, my client, Tony Tromboni, has been making movies under the name Tim Burton ever since.
Oh.
I'm Harvey Firestein.
That is amazing.
You told me to distract her.
We don't need to talk about it.
So now that we got the list, we gotta go see all these other women?
Not all of them, just the ones you didn't see in the 9 months after you had sex with them.
Right.
So all of
Most
them.
of them, yeah. Figures.
Yeah.
I received a check in the mail for $200 with a memo line. BoJack's half of the abortion.
So you put me up for adoption?
Child, no, I had the abortion.
Nice. Yeah, you don't want any little BoJacks floating around. Last thing this world needs is more of this garbage.
Excuse me?
No, you're great. You seem cool. But if we could go back in time and prevent it, right?
Oh my god.
Wow.
You must fertilize that precious ovum now, or it will disintegrate into nothingness.
Hit the gas! Do it for Filbert!
Don't get in an accident.
Yes! Yes! Officer Fluffykins or whatever. Yes.
Just bang one out before he gets to your car.
Now, mere hours ago, your wife, Diane Nguyen, seen here eating a messy sandwich,
my God.
published an essay online titled The Case Against Fracking, in which she posits, quote, Mr. Peanut Butter, your wife has issued a challenge. Would you allow fracking in your own backyard? I would. Joining us now via Paris is Frankie Flackery.
Sir, I apologize. We are very eager to get home.
You were going 36 miles per hour. The speed limit here is 35.
Yes.
No,
That's. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh, 35? Or is it above 35?
Look, just write us a ticket and let us go.
No. Talking back to Officer Meow Meow is a major
Meow Meow, that's right.
Oh, Harvey Firestein here.
No, who said that? Is there another man in your vehicle?
Just write us a goddamn ticket so I can go home and mount my boyfriend.
That's enough. Out of the car, all three of you.
Wow. Yep. Perfect transition. Flawless.
Just gonna keep giving me the silent treatment?
I guess I have thin skin. Must be the half of me that's made of garbage.
Well, who else is on this list?
I'm gonna do the rest of this on my own.
No,
Yeah, good job.
The list. I don't need you anymore. Have a bad life.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I already have one.
How could you let him do this?
You're the one who called his bluff. Don't do that. This just makes my job harder.
I didn't call his bluff. I just...
Woman, you have one job. Be his wife. Be supportive.
I am being supportive.
Was that you being supportive today with that little piece you wrote for your Stupid Girl website?
It's called Girl Crush. Stupid Girl is just a subsection of the main site.
You're a lawyer. He's good?
The best.
Then you know what we have to do?
Oh.
For Filbert?
For Filbert.
What are you doing back there?
Yes.
Sorry you have to be here for this, officer.
You might want to keep your eyes on the road.
For lewd conduct. Lewd crude, and partially new. Not to mention the rude toot of you two dudes, while this prude, hey, listen to me!
And so the dance of life continues apace. I'm Harvey Firestein, bidding you a sexy good evening.
Wow.
I don't need a mom.
Hollyhock, it's okay to want
You
a
see
mom.
how this is all connecting?
Because that means my
Yeah.
dads weren't enough for me. And they are.
I know I just met you, but if you do have any of the old horseman gunk bouncing around in that brain of yours, I gotta tell you right now, you should give up on looking for enough, because it will never be enough. Ew, stop that.
I know, it's stupid.
No.
Every name on that list was a
Yep.
dead end.
Yeah. It's almost like there's one more.
Yeah, but what if I told you there's a name that isn't on that list?
Yep.
Someone Marcy never knew about.
What's her name?
Her name, it was Brown Carla.
Oh.
Mercedes Benz Brown.
Carla Mercedes Benz Brown. Weird name.
You've got a weird name.
I guess you're right. Maybe that's the first thing we'll talk about when I meet her.
I love how that's almost close to Princess Caroline in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the reveal to come about.
I need you to drop out of the race.
What?
Please, Mr. Peanut Butter. This isn't worth it.
I hear what you're saying, and I will try to be more conscientious of your needs.
Drop out of the race.
Because your needs are important.
I've written another piece for Girl Crush. It's called The Case Against Mr. Peanut Butter.
What?
When I hit this button, the post goes live. I don't want you to be governor because you would be bad at it. Because you don't stand for anything.
No! Hey! Don't you dare. Robert Blake gave me that mug. No!
Shut up. Take off your shirt.
Damn it.
No! No! The cringe! Oh!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
Oh! That hurts so bad! No!
Oh my god!
Oh! 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 No, no, no! I didn't like that at all. Oh, God.
That was amazing.
Like, I was already just like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
this is
shit,
just
yeah.
the impregnating episode, you know? And then it's just like,
and it's the joke coming up multiple times, right?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It came up many times. You couldn't say it didn't stop coming up, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's like, yeah, I think there's nothing much more to say than like that was painful.
Like okay, the word frack, right? I have a very strong association
me
with
too.
that word because of Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar
right?
Galactica
It was
an amazing fucking show. I don't care.
Amazing fracking show.
Amazing fracking show.
Yeah.
With cut corners on paper and
Oh, yeah.
fracking frack Starbuck, you fracking fracker, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
and I loved the way that they used that word as hey, we can't do the F-bomb in television, so we're gonna come up with an alternative.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's brilliant.
The fact that we got like in one episode, BoJack like didn't necessarily entirely supplant my association with that word.
But
But
it came
god
pretty
damn
damn
it,
close.
rivaled it. like holy shit. Oh my god.
I love so much the way in which this show takes a joke that's usually established in the very first scene.
Yep.
In this case, the first scene after the opening.
Yeah.
And carries it through all the way to term.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Drives it all the way deep into our cervixes, you know.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes,
just,
yes.
you know,
Uh-huh.
actually just
Deposits
breaks
the payload.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, it just breaks me.
Like
Yes.
that. Oh man, that was, you know, and I wouldn't have expected in a Western show that, like, granted, they're not showing anything explicit, but like,
I mean, we've had lots of sex on the show.
No, right.
Before this, but it's just the fact that this episode was entirely a sex episode in a very funny way.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that it was still between a human and a dog.
It's animated.
Yeah, right. But and God, even the forget the word frack, right? Even the way that it happened felt very like Starbuck Adama, you know, they're working it out, you know, right? Like
I just love personally because you know, fuck your ex-wife.
Oh yeah, no,
Mr. Peanut Butter, I hate her.
I kind of liked her in the last episode when she screamed into the pillow. But
yes, that was relatable. Where she's like, I can't.
Yeah,
it's pointless to get mad at people about the past. So she's just in a state of perpetual agony.
Yeah.
But in this episode where she was like, I've been enjoying watching your marriage slowly break apart. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck
all right,
you.
bitch.
Like,
you know,
all right.
And then we get the comeuppance because since she's so dedicated to her job, yes, she's at their house all the time,
late in the night.
Yeah, and so you get those shaking walls, you know,
like the rough, you know, kind of like frustrated sex, you know, and it's like. Yeah, I'm so fucking mad at you. I want to fuck you so bad. And then they just go to town, and then she has to hear all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know that wasn't like a, you know, little wank off 3-minute session.
No. And
they took breaks. They restituted for 15 minutes every time, and then they went back to it
as soon as that
3
refractory
hours.
period was over, there was But like, and she probably also was witness to, you know, indirectly, the times that it didn't work, right? And I'm sure she got some bit of, you know, enjoyment out of that, of like, haha, yes, their sex life is terrible. And then, hey, and the fact that Diane published the thing and all of this, and then they bone after, like that is going to be
still next episode's problem.
That's still next episode's
problem. That's not
problem.
going away.
And yet at the same time, it's, you know, I mean, hey, the conversation will be properly lubricated. Like,
yes, Jacob. Yes. The thing is, they will have settled in and, you know, established a nice start to everything.
Yep.
Yes.
And here's where I'm hoping that the Diane getting pregnant thing from before comes back, and they do end up having kids, just because.
Diane with a litter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like. Four puppies, and then there's this random human girl that's just like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Hey, at least then in that situation, that kid wouldn't have to worry about can we get a puppy? Oh my God.
Okay, and then
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Then moving on from that. We have this very, very painful, serious bit with with BoJack, fucking BoJack, and Hollyhock going around to all the people that he's slept with just in that period of time.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is actually really good with this here is that she's seeing a very real, unfiltered. Yes, exactly. Great. Yeah.
Yep.
Perspective on BoJack. Now, because this is all BoJack from way back then, this is still not who BoJack is now necessarily.
Sure. Yep.
But we got to see the ways in which he hasn't changed.
Right. I like that was very clearly established with the drinking, with the everything, with the you need a distraction for a few minutes.
Like president of the fan club.
Right. Like taking
clearly not mentally well.
Right. Like taking the first example being probably the most damaging out of all of them, I would imagine, right? Having that be shown directly to us so that there's no, like, you know, it's BoJack sleeping around with other people that are in the vapid sludge pile of LA. I get that. I don't really fault him for that, right? No. Like, that's like, you know, okay.
They're all adults.
You know, and all that stuff, right? And the not seeing each other afterwards, no, let's be real, that's part and parcel with the package, right?
Obviously there's going to be worse examples.
There's going to be worse examples and all that stuff, right? You know, and all that, but
I love that we start off with the worst one too.
Started off with the worst one, where it's no, that's fucked up, BoJack, and afterwards
you took advantage of a power dynamic that is in some ways like a very storied one nowadays, because we now not just live in the era of celebrities and all that, but we also have content creators.
Yeah.
Content creators especially in the last 10, 15 years, there are many stories of really fucked up ways in which they take advantage of fans.
Right. To the point that it's like, the fact that it's in here, it's like, of course, right? You know, like, because...
But especially, I think, because, like, Jacob and I, like, that's something that, like...
Oh, yeah, the conversation that we had of, like, would we ever actually be able to date a fan?
Yeah, it's
right?
like, no.
It's like, it's
no.
That would have to be a very strong, persuasive exception, you know?
Right. It's the kind of thing where it's, like, it feels wrong on not just the level of, like, oh, you'd have to have some good boundaries and stuff like that, because everything in moderation, everything under context, of course, you know, obviously exceptions here, but the idea that, oh, no, not only that, he basically just took advantage of her in that regard, then threw her the fake phone number to never see her again, which means there were promises made. There were things that he did verbally to deceive her into thinking that this was more than it was. And then, you know, that it's just...
Well, and
I'm just saying why it's fucked up, you know?
And even after, like, in the present day, when he has the evidence of why it was messed up and the effect that it had on her, he doesn't acknowledge his part in it.
Nope.
Right? It's the, oh yeah, she's a bit kooky, you know, right? Like, and then it's like, oh yeah, few minutes distraction, cool, there we go, you know, right? Like, that's, yeah. It's the reinforcing the elements that, hey, while BoJack is growing and we can absolutely cheer for him to do so, he's still a really shitty person. Like, that's not going to change. And so, like, the maybe I should just go back and, you know, like, stay with my dad's and, I can find her on my own, all that stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea. And the fact that, you know, we get him saying, no, there is another person that she didn't know about. I'm not going to tell you her actual name. And I get the feeling, no, BoJack wouldn't have actually forgotten about Carolyn in that moment.
No. I think from his perspective, he's not thinking of Princess Carolyn.
Right.
Now, this might be just a kooky theory, but it's just because of the way this episode framed.
Oh, yeah, it was very much presented as the, but did you think about Princess Carolyn?
But did you think about her? Yeah, exactly. And I think he would forget about her in the sense that their relationship was more complicated. But he wouldn't necessarily...
Well, okay, so one thing that I would say would be a good reason for why maybe he wouldn't... why he would think that it wouldn't be Princess Carolyn is because since they were so involved...
he would have noticed.
He would have noticed, right? Like, you know, now granted, that could be a... with the bits of comedy that they've had in this show with regards to the things that BoJack hasn't noticed, they could totally do the thing of the, you know, you didn't notice that we only interacted over the phone for 9 months. It's like, well, I just thought you heard, you know, et cetera, right?
I'm thinking back. I don't think we've had a flashback to the year 2000. I don't think we've had one for that specifically.
I don't believe so.
We've had a bunch in the 90s. We've had a little bit, I think one before that, and then we've had a couple in the 2000s,
and
not 2000 specifically.
I want to say that they did, that we had a flashback of them hooking up in the 90s. I'm not positive on that.
Well,
that might be memory being fuzzy.
I think they would have had the potential to have had sex.
Right. So like the moment that we would have seen their relationship starting wouldn't have been after,
right.
2000.
Actually, wait, didn't she say specifically December 99?
Yeah.
Then it could have been some freaky holiday drunken sex or something like that.
Sure.
So he literally doesn't remember then.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the tough bit is that, yeah, he really wouldn't remember to the, like, not even the these are all the people that I know that I had sex with in December, right? You know, or that year, you know.
Well, so no, she extrapolated because she was born in September 2001.
No, right. Yeah.
which is in and of itself funny.
But the idea that, like, he wouldn't have enough memory to know who would have been from that time, right? So, you know, in this case, the book with all the addresses and everything, That's just the, oh, I went and looked up everybody. I found all their info, you know.
Right. I could totally see her having the thing of where it's like BoJack slept with so many people, and the types of people that she would know about are all the ones where it's BoJack
it makes news somehow.
Oh, well, right, but BoJack drove somewhere. Like BoJack ended up specifically.
And actually, a good point. They might actually have info on when it was, because even though BoJack wouldn't remember, if she was doing her research, she probably would know the times.
Well, no, that's why she said specifically December 1999.
No. I sorry. Not that his daughter knows the times.
Marcy. Yeah.
That Marcy knew the times that BoJack was with those people.
Right.
Not that she would necessarily know all the times that he banged people, but you know. But yeah.
But yeah, then him coming back and obviously moving faster around LA because he knows all the locations. He has a car and all that.
Yeah.
But then we need to, make things right in that way. And giving her that little bit of hope in the, there is a 13th colony.
I was going to make that joke. Earth exists. Right. It's like, sure it does.
Adama, sure.
Right. But this, what sucks about this is that this is the thing that BoJack basically does, and anybody in this kind of situation where they give you just that little crumb enough when you're about to leave so that you stick around. But there's nothing to it, right?
That was what he did with Todd last episode. He was trying, and Todd was like, no.
Exactly. Yeah. And here, if BoJack had been thinking, it's Princess Carolyn, I just don't want to tell her, that I would have basically given him more credit even for that, even though it's still him doing his old tricks. But the fact here that he is literally just making this up.
Oh, or sure, but I there's another way you could look at this.
Sure.
That if he's just making this up, that's one thing. If he doesn't know, that's one thing. It could also still just be the thing of the sad reality is that it probably was one of those women, and none of them want anything to do with me, and therefore none of them will accept that you're their daughter.
Sure.
Because you're connected to me. And,
that's fair.
And then it's the unsolved mystery that just goes on of, wait, they end up realizing, no, based on the amount of looking that we've done, we should have found her by now. Therefore, we did find her, and she doesn't want me. And then you have to accept that.
But then it's but I'd still hold that against BoJack, because then it's the, hey, if you think
absolutely
that's the case,
hold it against BoJack.
Let her go back and be with her eight dads.
Obviously. I'm just saying that that's a way in which it has nothing to do with BoJack here in this moment.
Yeah. What I would actually love at some point, and in a lot of ways, because polyamory, I feel like, doesn't end up getting actually represented in fiction, I would love for her eight dads to make an appearance at some point.
No, absolutely will.
And for it to be
even if
as
it's for
hilarious
a
as
blink
it
and you miss
sounds.
It scene,
Yeah, exactly.
They absolutely will.
Yep. And it's the, okay, hon, hey, hon, hi,
One of them is actually a Ryan Seacrest type, No, they're like a Ryan Seacrest type's, husband. And then you find out that one of them has been cheating on their 7 other husbands.
Or if they're up for being in I forget what the term is. That it's
nonagon.
They're non-exclusive. It's the right, like polyamorous and that is the biggest thing that I would be curious to see if they would get into.
How many children do they have that they've adopted?
Well, sure. How many people within the 8 tuple whatever?
Right.
How many of them are all
octuple?
How many of them are all in relationships with each other, like one to all 7 others, versus no. We're in a thing with these 3, but we're close friends with the other 4, and then
it's Westeros all over again.
Yeah. The Attack on Titan character web of shipping, right? Like,
didn't actually the Attack on Fracking, Attack on Frack,
it did look
remind me of Attack on Titan?
Yeah, same.
Where was that? It was at the very end, right? Or no?
I think it was early on, because I want to say it was during the TV special or something.
Oh, right. She just
God, the picture of Diane with the sandwich. That the way that they do those sorts of things, and they've done this over the course of the show, it's terrible as Attack on Frack. Yeah. Yep.
Internet person asks if it's whack.
Yeah, that was great. But those pictures of Diane are just so funny to me. Like, it's terrible that they're being used and all that stuff, and I love the stuff that's being said with it. but just the I've got a big ass sandwich because I'm hungry and I'm working, and oh fuck, someone's taking a picture.
Like the amount of times that just in this fucking channel, that, like if you wanted to just take a screenshot of me, or it's just like there's too many hours out there. Like I've crested past the mental health crisis when I used to think and
the
worry
event
about
horizon
that.
of like,
I have that doesn't even bother me in the slightest anymore.
Like, when I tell people that it's like, no, you don't understand. I have thousands of hours of footage of myself.
Thousands? That's cute. 10,000.
Right. Online, and it's just there.
But then also I have to give shout out to the actual news that the news station puts at the bottom bar there.
Yeah.
Bipartisan committee puts forth plan to continue to ignore Flint water crisis. And it's like, oh no, actual real world problems.
Congress reforms exploitative prison labor laws.
Correction, Congress reforms exploitative prison labor
Reforms?
laws. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, no way.
Catmandu man can canoe to Timbuktu. Yes. Speak English, yells Patriot at soy milk. Oh my god. Someone is in job on the writing side of things of just writing the shit in the background. But yeah, this one gave us so many of these. There was another one here. It says California Hawaii Bridge, good continuity there.
Yep.
Battles ballooning budget, right? Bottlenecking blackball by bottlenose bellyachers. Blackfish.
Wow.
Muslim kills at open mic tonight.
At open mic night.
Kills at grocery store.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Oh, this show's amazing.
Yeah, and yet I just want to bring it back to this.
No.
Frack me, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. It all just comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.